Good evening, everybody. It's Brandon Doherty, Delaware Weather Guy, bringing you your kind of an outlook, long term outlook for the next 10 days. And what you're looking at here is you're looking at Wednesday afternoon around the region. And yeah, really, 61 in Lancaster, 61 on the Eastern Shore. I don't know where that is, but at 61 in Virginia, 60, 70 degrees in, I guess that would be Wilmington, North Carolina. Yeah, really? In February? Joke? No joke. How close are you? The question of the question of for the next 10 days is how close are you to saying adios for the winter 2019-2020? That is the question of the day. Well, if I were looking at these teleconnections, I would be like, yeah, I am about to call it in, call it Dio. It's pretty much a goner. However, I dare to say our silver lining is right here, folks. The EPO, which is our refrigerator to contain the cold weather. Well, I should say for any cold weather, okay, looks to go very well, it goes negative, but it's not off the wall. Off the wall would be like down here in these areas. Okay, but the time frame here is about, let's say, starting next late next weekend, about the 5th or 6th, and it goes pretty much to the 14th. So that's what, 9 days, 9 days. Okay, and that pretty well matches up with the models this evening. And not that I'm going to show you like anything, you know, magnanimous, but you know, all I want you to understand here is that the trend is to see a very active pattern with kind of storms coming in and coming out every couple days, and the possibility exists if it gets cold enough for something wintry. I'm not even going to call it big. Essentially, if we get more than an inch, we'll double our snow total right now. Sorry, I'm moving. So, I mean, dare I say we get more than an inch, okay, of anything. Um, so this is the fourth. It starts about the fourth and the fifth. Okay, so that's one system, two systems. This looks really wintry. Now, there's still cool. There's still warm air here, and that matches up fairly well because we're going into a transition between the fifth and the sixth. That our EPO is going in the blue. Okay, so just the fact that this this is where we start to see the EPO go negative, and we see this modeled tells us there's a transition between there's a thickness of warm air to our north, and there's a thickness of I'm sorry, there's a thickness of cold air to our north and a thickness of warm air to our south. So we have these two air masses kind of ramming together, and you've got possibilities there. Okay, so let's go out in time. Let's go to about the 10th or the 12th. Okay, and this time frame I've been kind of looking at as a possibility of something fairly strong, fairly significant. Okay, again, it's another running over event, or okay, again, warm air mass to our north, I mean, cold air mass to our north, warm air mass to our south. So we have these two layers of air columns, battling each other out. Now, this model run suggests all warm, so this would be all rain. The EPO is suggesting, wait a minute, there is some cold weather coming. That cold enough, it's like it's a slight possibility of Arctic air mass, and then it does come in, and about this time, the 14th, the 15th, okay, and again that models up with the EPO just about to go back up to the positive phase. Whenever you have these transitional periods, you have the possibility of something significant happening. I mean, one way or the other, and it tends to shift the pattern a little bit. So, what I'm suggesting here, and I'm not suggesting really anything major, is that we're going into this kind of active period where we have storms coming in every couple days and then leaving, but the cold and the warm air are going to be battling out for the precipitation types. So really, all I wanted you to see is that this is going to be the next 10 days a very active pattern. So there are possibilities, but without the NAO anywhere near negative, I mean, it's hugely positive. That means we don't have any blocking, that these systems are coming in, coming out, and the cold is coming in and coming out. All right, that's it for me. And I will touch base back on Sunday for Sunday Coffee with DWG. Brandon Doherty, Delaware Weather Guy, saying adios and have a wonderful weekend.